stories. I'm just another fool with some. And today I'd like to share with you a fable by Aesop. Now, a fable, as you likely know, is generally a very short story involving animals or inanimate objects that speak and behave like people in order to teach a lesson in the form of a moral at the end. Now, fables exist in cultures all over the world, but the most famous one of all is likely Aesop, who was an ancient Greek storyteller and known as a master fabulist, although in reality, none of his writings exist, because at that time, in his era, tradition of storytelling was passed along orally from speech and memory and wasn't written down and probably changed from one person to the next as it was told. And it's not even 100% certain that Aesop existed as a real person, but he's generally credited as the best example of the genre fable, like this one, The Fox and the Cat. Now, one day, the fox and the cat were hanging out together, and they were lamenting the fact that they were always being chased and hunted and bothered by dogs. It was really a big problem for both of them. And now the cat, she admitted that she only knew of one way in which to escape capture by the dogs. And the fox looked at her and laughed. One way? You only know one way to escape capture? I am ever so clever. I am so clever. I know of, any hundreds of ways in which to elude capture by the dogs. You only know of one way? Oh, I pity you, poor creature. Well, at that point, as if on cue, the sound of barking dogs could be heard in the distance. Well, the cat immediately sprung into action with the one form of escape that she knew, and she bolted up a tree. Now, the fox used this as his opportunity to prove his wisdom and cleverness. Rubbing his whiskers together, he thought, okay, now, should I run through the thickest brambles of the forest to escape? Or maybe I could even go running around the other side of the hill and dive into the burrow that I know exists there? Or, I know something even more clever. I could run down to the water's edge and hop on a log and swim across. Oh, I am the fox and I am ever so clever. Which way should I choose? At which point, the hunting dogs were soon upon the fox, and they so enjoyed that clever fox and his inability to choose. And the moral of this story can be said in any number of 100 ways, just like the fox. It is better to do one thing right than 100 things incorrectly. Common sense is worth a lot more than cunning. A single simple plan that works is better than 100 that don't. Anyway, it's something to consider as we move forward in our oh-so-clever modern era. But don't think about it too hard, or otherwise you'll suffer from the same amount of analysis paralysis as our good friend the fox. Now, paralysis by analysis is the act of deliberating over all the choices that we have so much that no action is made. And by the time you think about what to do, you're paralyzed and it's too late. However, you have the choice and it's not too late to click like, to make a comment below, to share with your friends, and to subscribe, because there are many more things to come. I thank you for watching. I'm Jason Jen, the Troubadour Trixter. Blessings.